I am so not organised. I got so distracted getting things sorted for my fall festival guide updates, I lost track of time. And so I have both coffee and homemade scone from my mother-in-law who bakes cake. Oh no, that's from my wife's cafe actually. My mother-in-law's bringing cake today or tomorrow. Fab. Okay, random start to the stream. I have coffee. Hopefully we'll get things settled soon. So, yes, live and disorganised is the way to go today. I'll eventually come out with some sort of organisation. Where I'm off first is with the end of the last stream. Hi Taffy, good to see you. At the end of the last stream we started but didn't quite finish the numpty Lossoth who can't propose and speak to women storyline. Pardon me, so I'm going to just go and try and relocate his fiancée so we can finish that storyline off completely. So yes, you'll have to excuse me, I will be drinking coffee and eating scone. Or scone, depending on where you're from, I suppose. To try and keep my energy levels up. I am still sniffly, because I still haven't got rid of the cold. Fabulous. We're nearly 2 minutes in. We tend to now try and give about 2 minutes, because people that have ads at the start of watching a stream lose the first 2 or 3 minutes of a stream, so a bit of advice I was given was not to say anything particularly crucial in the first 2 or 3 minutes, which is good, because I've kind of just rambled on for a while. Coffee and a free bagel so you don't think they're wanting food. Very wise. What was I watching? Oh no, people in chat, in kin chat, can be very helpful on things like that. You know, you can be there thinking, I'm being really good, I need to try and cut down what I'm eating, until they say, by the way, I'm really enjoying this burger chips with a beer and I'm finishing it with ice cream. You're like, salad. No. Everyone joining the stream. You missed the super secret winner code. Yes, from level 1 to beating Sauron in just 2 seconds. I am currently sporting, and it worked surprisingly well on Azul, although I think I will go ahead and dye it a different colour just because it's a little bit Christmassy. But this is one of the chest pieces from the new, and it's very pretty. In fact, let me just hide the obvious Matham Hunter's shoulders for now. So this one I've got on here is the Zelruka Noble armor, which is very ornate, quite simple at the back, but really nice colours. The other one that you get with this, do I have a spare outfit slot? I need to buy outfit slot 8. Actually, not right now, but I need to. Oh, I'll just overwrite the one I've got. So there's 2 tops that come with the new pack, and the other one, oops, no, I don't want to destroy that, I'm being a numpty, is a noble's jacket, which is a bit more loose wear, a bit more casual, but again the material is actually pretty detailed, which I really like. Hi Rebel Jedi. Twitch is a pain, makes you re-enable autoplay vids every time to play anything. Yeah, and one of my regular Saturday viewers usually says, no, I still don't want to get that DVD or whatever. So in the pack, if you pick it up from the LOTRO store, which is 1495, so 1500 LOTRO points. Oh, there is a boots. There is a boots. FJ, come on, get your teeth in. There are boots. You unfortunately can't really zoom in on the footwear the same way. If I do it in my total distraction for even starting what I'd planned, but hey ho, best laid plans of mice. I want to preview that. There we go. And then we can go down to the feet. There we go. So in one sense quite simplistic, but then you're not spending ages looking at your feet either. But it works really, really well, and I think if once I die, probably not this one with my Beorning, I think the armor one kind of suits a bit better. If I dye that, I tend to default a bit to black with my Beornings for whatever reason. Chest. Oh, it goes to kind of charcoaly grey, which is not exactly out of... Another LOTRO player tweeted when you do dye the top, it has a red base to it. So there are some materials enclosed in LOTRO that you think, but I'm dyeing this white. Why is it coming out a disgusting grey? It's because they didn't have bleach in Middle Earth, I presume. You go for pure red, you're fine because it was some. So some greens work. I think they said sea blue. Huh, interesting, because they were having problems with sea blue, but sea blue actually works in that one. Anyway, total distraction. So you get that. You also get a hat or helm. I think this will work really well for a Yule outfit, actually. But I'd plan to use it in between times, of course. But then you also get a little pack inside the pack that is mithril coins, reputation, and XP boosts, which I haven't opened because I don't have bag space for that just yet. Still want extra boosts in there. So yes, there we go. I will carry on sporting this outfit through this stream, just as an alternative, and we'll be back to her usual one probably next stream, just because it took me ages to put that one my normal outfit together. Okay. Yes, sea blue does look really good on that. Okay, so where we got in the last stream, we managed to get to Pinty Peldart, and we're trying to earn the trust of the Lossoth leader there to enable us to travel further, I suppose, into their lands. Excuse my sniffing. I really wish I could shake the last part of this cold, but it just doesn't seem to be going away. But this is the first time in about a month that I'll have done 2 streams in a week, so hurrah! And there was much rejoicing. Hey! So, oh my word, I'm in a weird mood. One of the people we have to gain the trust of in Pinty Peldart was what turned out to be the fiancé of this lady here. So they finally are engaged. We also have underway the Lost Fellowship quest, A Sword Shivered. Not because it's a particularly cold sword, but because the Guardian we're trying to help out there has lost a sword, so we've got to find it from the Goradine, I'm not sure still. Hello, Sir Thomas. My cat keeps coming up and rubbing against my feet to tell me, by the way, feed me, even though my food bowl is full. So if he comes back and sits on the chair behind me, I'll let him be featured again. Rebel says I'm actually catching the next stream in a series. Way! Yes, and I'm done very well to stick to streaming only one character on my own channel. Haha, I'm not doing the same with LOTRO stream. Although I might do another Mario one next week, but we'll see. Okay, so let's carry on the two folks who are getting married. It seems that the unintentional idiocy of Kaj and your meddling here have had a happy result. The wedding will be soon. I need 2 things for my marriage dress: white furs for the trim and the cape, and snowdrops for the bouquet. Also, please deliver this invitation personally to Ella in Pinty Peldo. She raised me after my mother died, and since she moved back into the village, we have not seen much of each other as I would have liked. The highest concentration of Kalpa-Kita is in Lejonta Cotton, a wooded area just south of here. Their fur is the softest and whitest, and I want the best for my marriage dress. Snowdrops also can be found in and around Lejonta Cotton, there as they grow in shelter in the evergreen. So, wedding planners of Middle Earth, yes indeed. With the other unintended bonus that if you're doing the Kalpa-Kita Slayer deed here, this is one of the two and a bit high concentrations of kitties. Right, so let's not get distracted. Any garden we meet, I will try and slay for the Guardian sword, but I'm not going to seek that out until kind of it happens. So, Midwinter's Thaw, we need to go to... I can't see where the circle is for the snowdrops. It may or may not be in here, but right, it might be simpler. I can't remember exactly the point of the snowdrops. So, if we do the slaying of the Kalpa-Kita first, then we'll find out where the snowdrops exactly are. And now I've got to get back into the swing of playing Beorning, as I was on Guardian. Oh hurrah! My alerts are working again. Thanks, Reaver Lime. For some reason last week my alerts were not working whatsoever. Oh, I got an undamaged saber cat. I've got so many things I need to go to Bree to turn into decorations. And yes, there's those footprints. I did like that screenshot you put in for the screenshot competition, Rebel. Oh, which reminds me, I actually need to launch the new screenshot competition on LOTRO Family. My brain is not calming down. I am just trying to do too many things at once. So unlike me, not. Hey, thanks, Rebel Jedi. The nice original way Jedi was spelt. At least I think so. Now then, I wish I could remember exactly. I'm going to go into that little hollow in the trees on the map here. I think that's one of the high concentrations of it. Oh, I mean, no reason to be nervous about it. You've got quite a few things to show off with Beorning, because it's a somewhat different class to everything else. And it's the little touches that can make things, I think. It's like the one Miorn posted, I've seen before, but it was what encouraged me to go and try and get the screenshot of what does a Beorning look like part way through skin changing. He got his by sheer fluke and chance, I asked. I cheated, I took a video of this transformation and then just captured the slide, the what's it called, the frame that had the right screenshot in it for me, because my reaction times are, well, they leave a lot to be desired, let's say. Right. Now then, I don't think this is where we get... This is not, categorically not, where we get the snowdrops from, but this is one of the higher concentrations of Kalpa-Kita in Forochel. It also, as you can see here, triggers the Battle for Forochel deed, which I didn't realise I hadn't got any of the others yet, but that's because we're quite early on in questing here. Saber-toothed leopards. What's that extra symbol that's coming up? It must be a... Is that new? If I don't manage it between streams next time, I'll take a short break from Forochel and we'll go and get the legendary item quest line done. Trying to see what that symbol is. Right, so we now have 10 Kalpa-Kitas, and there we go. I knew I was in the wrong place for the snowdrops, but that doesn't necessarily tell me where the right place is. So yes, that's the Battle for Forochel, which is basically finding these symbols here, who controls what militarily important points, I suppose. It's either the Gordon or the Lossoth. Similar to what goes on in Evenden between Angmarim and the Wardens. I think I'm finally settling down now. Right, so we're gonna go find some snowdrops. Yay! Something real intensive to start off with. Haha. I might have to decide what colour to dye this top for Azilva. It seems to suit. It might this top might actually also suit Hobbit. Put it into my wardrobe, which I'm clearly going to have to expand. Excuse me. Because actually, I find because I haven't got many darker skin characters, and I want to do that actually because I quite like having the variation. The other option would be human. I think for dark-skinned, because all elves are light-skinned. But like with the leaf mail dress, for example, it being turquoise here seems to work really well as a contrast to the dark skin. Of course, any Beorning purists will tell me, and I have been had this comment leveled at me before. What? A Beorning in a pretty dress? There's something wrong with that. Forgetting that actually the Beornings were, in fact, they're technically part of the race of men. They're mortal, they're part of... they're just special. So... oh, I haven't got a pet out. Let's go for... calf. Oh look, I've still not filtered off the hoof clip-clops. Shall I do that while we're on? Why not? It's my stream, I can cry if I want to. So... record. Ah, the problem is, it's the same sound as the horse footsteps, so if I filter the goat, my horses might be silent. Oh, let's just, for the purposes of this, change to my well-supplied hound, or... yeah, this one is the well-supplied hound. Random! FJ's in a random state today. He's also got the whole day to himself at home. Haha. My mother-in-law, who basically does childcare to enable my wife to go to work, has changed jobs, or is just about to start a new job, and therefore wifey's had to go to mother-in-law's tonight to discuss what the new arrangements are. So this may or may not impact. It won't impact my official LOTRO stream, but it may impact my Friday Saturdays. So we'll just have to see. Horse hooves equals goat. Who came up with that? Well, I suppose they're just smaller, aren't they? So it's a... as with everything, you've got... what's the word I'm going for? Time cost versus actual return for doing it, and not many people are likely to really kick up a fuss about, oh no, my little goat sounds like a horse. If you want to be really picky, you could say, well, in the snow, that clip-clop should just be more like a dump. But then some poor soul's got to either source or record appropriate sounds, and I wouldn't want that job. Snowdrops. Here they are. Only there's a Kalpa-Kita in the way. A goat big enough to make horse sounds would be terrifying. Well, of course, the goat mounts for the tall people are pretty much horse size. Right, so there's one more snowdrop over here, apparently. Bear mode! Hi, had to be lost. I'm guessing and pronouncing your name, but then again I've been mispronouncing Duilon for ages because I have my French head on, and I've been calling it Duillon for years. And vowel sounds next to each other are pretty much always pronounced separately in Tolkien stuff, so it should be Duilond, but it sounds really weird after calling it Duilond for 2 to 3 years. Right, I need to get out. I need to get to the other copse of Kalpa-Kita to find more snowdrops. Them cute bear claws. I don't remember the sheep being loud. Oh no, it is. I have to be in the right mood for a sheep pet. In fact, one of my first characters that got the sheep, I used to purposefully take the sheep into places like the Barrow Downs. Why? Because it's funny, and I actually called it a sheep of joy. Because you could be going through the most deadly, terrifying thing, and the sheep would just be bah, bah, bah. Who cares? Dead things. Look, I bleat. But then again, I try not to lose any opportunity to mock the enemy, so yay. Scribe does make fun of me for avoiding horse-sized goats. If you manage to ever make it to Moria, you will go insane if you try and walk everywhere. Although for your first visit, walking everywhere is not a bad idea if you want to live. And not fall to your death every 2 minutes. Hadulos. Oh, it wasn't too far off. Is it a Greek or Spanish kind of name then? Hi, Ruddy Angel. Unfortunately, I have a wife. Well, fortunately, I have a wife from the north of England, and so Ruddy was like, lost my Ruddy pen. But yes, thanks for joining. Hi. I'm not too bad. I mistimed ordering my CBD oil, so I'm on my normal meds today, which are not quite as effective. But yes, I'm okay at the moment. My hands are the only thing that's suffering, but that's because it's winter, or getting on for autumn winter time. So as it gets colder, my hand pain kicks off. Right, where am I going? Grudgingly earned. We'll come back to that grudgingly earned quest. We'll see if we can pick up some Gorodon on the way back to Pinty Peldot, but yes. The Bari may totally override the clip clopping. I don't remember hearing the sheep clip clop actually. I'm not saying it didn't, I have a bad memory. Sheep is when you're needing company, come Lonely Road. Yeah, I only have the really lovely, well-supplied hound and the brother or sister of that, the helpful hound, because another, I think it was a kin mate, or certainly somebody during a stream gifted me them. So I really like the dogs. But then my Lawmaster uses a fox or a red eagle. Mirlas often uses a shrew actually, despite it being, you know, not exactly a new pet. And for characters that have it, this one doesn't. In snowy ones, I really do like the Yule owl. I can't remember what its official name was, whether it was a snowy owl or something. It all depends on. It's just playing how you feel, I suppose. The goat should make the same walking sound as a sheep. Yeah, maybe with the... Well, this isn't a goat. I've forgotten that, actually. This is actually... Where is he? This is a small cow, which I forgot to say. Did I call him a goat? I might have done. The goat does clip clop, however, just to point this out, but... This was from Miorn. Dale Land's cow. There we go. Dale Land's calf. Very pretty. But the goat does clip clop now. We're still talking about goats. Nice sky, yeah. Forochel nighttime. Very, very pretty. And it doesn't... This is not staying still, so I don't know how much you can see, but you can see it's moving. And the northern light things, they sort of move across the sky. As I think they do in real life. I've never actually managed to see the Northern Lights, despite living in the Highlands of Scotland, where technically, of course, we could. Or adore the hour, an hour so while fishing, so it looks like it's so in it for your fishing. Yeah, the eagles look a little bit hungry at it as well, and the ravens for that matter. I think coming up the Fall Fest you can get a bat pet, which is... I went through a phase of being really random with my pet naming. So I think I called my first bat pet Portable Fan. But then my guardian has all the grims that you can collect, and so she has a red grim, so that's a portable bonfire. What's the other? So there's a portable bonfire, and there's a portable... What does she call the other one? Oh, why can't I remember? But yeah, so you just sort of be a bit random with it. Get cold? I've got a fire grim at hand. Yay. How am I doing for task items? Let's turn in some tasks, shall we? So, pure black fur. Pure black skin. Oh, I'm just going to have to do that a few times. Oh, I also need to be trying to harvest ore while I'm here. Not like ore and dread. While I'm in Forochel, I want everyone to bow in ore to me. Rah. Right. Oh my life, what's going through my brain today? More fur. More skin. Delightful things you carry around in your bags.
Why have you come here? What brings you to this place?
What brings you to this place? I like the cold. Can I do 5 or 6 tasks? 6.
The breath of the Witch King blows hard in this place.
So we are nearly halfway to friend status with the Lossoth. Great. Right, so let's merge task items so I don't accidentally sell them. What's this? Oh, that's the wedding invitation I'm supposed to deliver. Which is a good point, because I need to deliver the wedding invitation. Where is the lady I'm supposed to be? She's in Pinty Peldot somewhere. I'll just go up here so I can see where the ring is, potentially. Over there. Maybe. Bit rough and ready today's stream. I got totally distracted with Fall Fest guide updates and then was like, pants, I need to eat food, it's 2 o'clock.
The winter wind speaks your name.
Oh, my little Pincher is getting married, how lovely. Tell her that of course I will be there. I had my doubts that any suitor would ever get near her with those brothers of hers, overprotective to a fault. I am somehow not surprised that it took the bravest warrior of the tribe to brave them. Aura must be so pleased. I love how people think the guy who was going after him was brave. He sent me to get all the things and was scared to talk to a female. Right, so let's get on with... So we need to go back to Pinja and then we'll go on to this camp here. For the other person we're basically supposed to impress. So that we can be trusted by the Lossoth. Apparently. There is a degree of bravery in telling a Beorning what to do. Actually, I don't think he does. I think the conversation goes along the lines of, I will be able to sort this thing myself if you don't help. But kind of, please help. I'm too proud to ask for help, but if you'll offer it freely, I'll snap your hand off in a metaphorical kind of sense. So yes, thank you to people who are just coming in. I kind of am seeing roughly who's in the chat room, so I appreciate you coming to watch. It is going to be fairly casual, and basically this is going to be casual until we get to Suri Keela, which will not be today. There's a bit intense stuff to do when we get to Zigilgund here, because the Dour Hands have taken over a mine, that it is not difficult for me to get lost in. But there is a Dour Hand Slayer in here, so hurrah! And it's a place to farm for Thorin's Hall reputation if you don't want to do Sarnum? What's it called? Sarnur in Eridluin. Ancient Iron, that's what I need to try to farm while I'm here, but without going too far off quest line. Cool. Pinger.
I am pleased to be made known to you.
Blessings of the ice spirits upon you, Civilinen. It is in part thanks to your efforts that Pinty Peldot will host a happy union, and you get a flagon of ice wine. This food will provide warmth against the cold of Forochel. So, yeah, you see, if you get too cold, drink wine. I'm sure there's plenty of people that would agree with that. I don't think either of these beat what I already have in place. That's fine. You have earned the trust of Lossoth Chieftain's son and his bride. One more to go. Gotta go find Nico, which is the guy we will be heading off to see shortly. And we meet the next person in the dysfunctional Lost Fellowship. To anyone just joining, apologies for the sniffles. My meds are normal meds are roughly keeping it away, but I can't shake it. Right, speaking of not being able to shake the cold, let's get this Grim while we have a chance. You need a lot of those. To get the deed in Forochel, but they are sparsely populating the map, let's say. So, I'm not bothered mounting because the camp's right here. Can we go through this hole? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Yes, we can in this case. And here is Nico.
There are too
or
few
Nico.
of us in these days.
Go away, Civilinen, I have no time for the likes of you. What? Aura sent you? What for? To help me? Do you both suffer from snow dreams? What help could you be? Go away. You can in no way help me. I doubt you can even hunt. Let you prove yourself. I'm not having you crash around the tundra scaring off what little game you do not maim. Hunting in Forochel is serious business. Hunters require patience, stealth, silence, cunning, planning. If you can prove that your feet can be as silent as your mouth is not currently being, you may prove more than completely useless. And we will talk again. We hunt Harka. There are several herds of them nearby. Look to those to the southwest and to the north. Those thrice blasted Susiveki have been sneaking around recently trying to trap our Harka. Or Herke, probably. And they are not too careful about how much damage those brutal traps of theirs might do to the poor beasts they come to put the wounded out of their misery. Go and find those traps and disable them. Herke can be somewhat skittish, so stay calm. If you hunt one, the whole herd might run. Then you may be certain I will use your bowels for a bowstring. What a lovely, lovely guy. Speaking of other bitter people, welcome to
I'll not be ignored.
Bergthreith. I'm not going to put on a lady's voice. I don't have the energy for voice acting much today. Ah, a face from civilized lands at last. Maybe you can help me. Our fellowship came here to Forochel a few days ago. I know I've met some of them already. But through folly and mishap we became separated. I have spent the last 2 days fleeing through this trackless wilderness trying to escape from wild beasts and wild men alike, until finally I found some refuge here. Imagine my dismay when I discovered that several sheets of my most prized anthem had been lost during my flight. I need to get those sheets back. Thinking back through my misadventures of the last few days, I think I know where they might have been lost. You see, there was this enormous bear, which tried to steal the rations from my pack before I managed to calm the creature with my songs and slip away, only to stumble into a band of those horrid snow beasts, or whatever they are. I think the locals call them Paco. In any case, I had nearly beguiled the lot of them with my finest performance yet when a Gorodon hunter snuck up and nearly put a spear through me. Needless to say, those wild men are poor patrons of the arts at best, and I took my cue to flee into the night. It was not until later I found a chance to collect my wits and realised my prized anthem was gone! Dun dun dun! Will you please hunt down these horrid beasts and retrieve my music? I may be able to make it worth your while. Or I may not be able to make it worth your while. What can I do for you? Let's keep the wine, and ancient iron, and that. Right, so... oh, what does this peddler sell?
What can I do for you?
Dexter Deep Pockets. Never looked at this guy before. Guile Signal. Master Tactics Signal. Oh, that's to do with burglar stuff. It's all burglar stuff. Okay, fine. So, we've got lots to do. 3 sheets to the wind, I think, is in a cave. Oh, it's out there as well, is it? Interesting. Sword shivered whenever we come against Gorodine. Silent feet. Yes, let's go do the hunting quest thing first. Just once, I'd like one of these people to say, "You can't possibly help me." Actually, not have a quest for you. I think sometimes if you try to speak to NPCs, where you get the speech bubble when you hover over them, but there's not a quest icon. Sometimes they will say something to you. So that is definitely something that would be quite funny for them to do, because they've already done it in one sense. Dexter Deep Pockets is a burglar vendor. He pays the peddler burgers and summon at a fire. Oh, is he? He's not. I don't have a burglar. It's quite disturbing, the idea of teleporting people. Dexter Deep Pockets. They need to be deep pockets so I can store all my thieved items. Right, I'm not actually after Gorodon, apart from those that kind of get in my way here. However, this is going to be best done in... So actually, this quest says, do not kill any snow matron cows, snow mantle cows. So, got to make sure we can disable the traps without killing any of the cows. None of those, in fact, are snow mantle cows, but I've yet to actually kill any animal doing this traps quest. I also don't know whether you can hurt yourself in these traps, but I'm not going to experiment with that on stream. I already had one death due to stupidity during my Wednesday stream. I think burglar is now the only class that I haven't tried. I am currently trying very casually, because it's on a completely separate account. Trying Captain out, which is an experience. Oh, I should have timed to see if I could actually catch the Gorodon in his own trap. That would have been satisfying. Lack of observation skills on my part. Right, are there more traps? Yeah, the traps are split between 2 camps. I bet there's 4 in each one. That's what we call doing a Boromir. I wonder what happens if I stick my finger in this. I've not heard of that phrase before. I'm doing a Boromir. There's the other trap. I thought I switched to the Hound. Get rid of the Clippity Clop. And that's 4 traps. So we now need to go into the camp inside the trees here. I'm looking forward to getting the Lossoth reputation horse from here because it'll suit Beorning really, really well. It didn't suit my male Beorning as well as I thought it would, but it's... My male Beorning's got a much more kind of grumpy looking horse. It's his normal one, which suits his character perfectly. Whereas I'm pretty sure the horse here will really suit Ezulf. Right, so... we need to... I think we have to take the longish way round. Can't go through the hills there, I don't think. I think we have to come via here. We'll soon find out. I say soon. It depends how long I get lost for, I suppose. What day is it? Friday. Hey, nearly the weekend. The days have been really blurred for me this week. Every day I've gone like, what day is it? What day is it? Anyone got anything particular planned for the weekend, or just sort of moseying through? I've seen some people on Facebook, not that I really frequent Facebook that much, but people going in, certainly in the UK, ah, it's a bank holiday or public holiday on Monday. Hurrah! An extra day of not working. Oh, speaking of not working, now that I'm back into the routine of streaming, I'm actually having a week off. Go figure. So, Fall Festival begins next Tuesday, if I've remembered that correctly, the 16th. So, I plan to take off everything. No, that sounds really bad. I plan to take time off doing all my productivity stuff the week after that, so that I've got all the Fall Festival stuff updated. So the week beginning the 22nd of October, I'm taking off. It's NJ's birthday on the 25th. That I'd already pre-planned to take that week off, and I'd totally forgotten that was also NJ's birthday. So it's a happy coincidence. But it means I won't be streaming anything. I might even not stream LOTRO stream, because I realised I was not giving myself enough time off being productive, and for my health I really should, rest properly. So yeah, I won't be on Twitter, and I need to discuss with Hobbs whether we just have a week off doing the LOTRO family account, because we don't usually have any time off apart from Sundays, and even then Hobbs is often on. So yeah, I'll be in touch with everyone to say what's going on, especially with LOTRO family stuff, because we do a lot gladly, but it means we're doing a lot. So, oh, I missed my turning because I was talking. Haha, never mind. Taffy's working on Saturday. People have to, unfortunately. My father-in-law, he's a nurse that works with adults with often learning difficulties, but sometimes I think they come with some physical hindrance as well. So he works shifts, both day and nighttime changes, and his days change. I think frequently he's either at work on Saturdays and or Sundays. I've still not taken the right turning. So, yes. I do think people that are used to working Monday to Friday, if their local shop was shut on Saturdays, or they couldn't get their, I don't know, takeaway or something on the day they wanted, would complain about it, forgetting that real people need to have a break. Especially people that work weekends. People don't take enough time off, and I need it more than most. I nearly walked straight into a roving threat there. Yes, I found having my 2 non-social media days, it took me long enough to say I won't be on Twitter on Sundays, because sometimes being on social media you can get this idea that if you're not tweeting or sharing or talking or whatever, that somehow you will lose followers and therefore people won't want to follow you. I, a long time ago, gave up trying to track followers and unfollowers on Twitter and just leave it up to, it's people's choice. They can or they can't. That's up to them, and it's fine. And then I took another step again to say, no, people do have time off, do have weekends that are 2 days long, so maybe I should do the same. So the same apply. I mean, I don't have this, although this is, or will be, or possibly maybe, the job that I have, or part of it at least. Kin person wondering whether I need any help with something. Oh yes, we're here to disable traps. That I should try and treat it in the same sense. You know, if I was a social media manager for something, for example, and was doing online meetings or whatever, then my employer would be obligated to give me time off. Try not to kill the snowmantle cow that's right near the trap. So I should be morally obligating myself to give myself time off. I'm just totally thinking out loud on this stream. But yeah, it always feels a little bit strange having time off LOTRO family because it's so busy and people are so active and engaged in it. But equally, we can't do it 24/7. Tweets will occasionally get missed. Because we're just people. Oh no, don't go into the trap, I need to disable it. That's it, walk away from the trap. Because you're the exact animal I'm supposed to be not killing. On purpose. Or by accident. I don't want to prove that Lossoth guy right and trap one of his prized animals. Oh, good. I thought I was going to end up trapping that. Hurrah! Now we just got to make it back without accidentally killing something, which is fine. Now then. Then that should be the last person we have to impress. The Lost Fellowship stuff we can actually hit the Minstrel and the Guardian. Was it Champion? It's the Champion, not the Guardian. The Guardian's in Forochel. Because the Gorodon have parts of his sword, and the Snow Beasts. Is it Snow Beasts? Or is it Bears? What's the first stage? Tundra Bears. We have to do Snow Beasts later. So the Gorodon that we need to kill for the Champion Sword is roughly in the same location as all the Snow Bears. So yeah, we can do that in one go. So let's finish the little quest line about earning trust. Silent feet means I am riding in the wrong direction again. Man, if you come into stream and you're still here, thank you for your patience. I'm currently casually questing through Forochel. We should get some daylight in. Well, it'll be properly light in about half an hour. Thankfully, nighttime here is pretty. Yes, my own bot there reminding me I still need to do the large mug designs. Thanks, Taffy. I appreciate that. It's a quiet Friday, which is probably no bad thing. Gotta be careful I don't get wrapped up in numbers, and I thought you could get away from the comparing yourself to other people by doing, you know, gaming and streaming. Only unfortunately internet celebrities, etc. can still make you want to compare. And no, the important thing is I enjoy what I'm doing here, and also people that choose to watch, they also have as good a time as possible.
The cold is too great this season.
You destroyed the traps, and the herds have not scattered to the four winds? Well, I did not think that a civil lion like you would be able to do it. Perhaps you can be of some use after all, seeing as my other hunters are all occupied.
There are too few of us in these days.
As I said, my other hunters are currently occupied with other tasks, and one lies wounded in Pinty Peldot. Not that I'm ever actually given enough hunters to get everything done in my case. Anyway, looks like another harsh winter, and it's my job to make sure it does not wind up being unbearably thin. You can help with that. I want you to hunt Shuri Hirva. They roam all over Itamar, so you should not have any trouble finding them. We use their antlers for building, decoration, even fires. Oh yes, bone and antler will burn if you force the air the right way, and it's not like there are so many trees around here that we can burn them freely. The meat, when frozen or salted or smoked or air-cured, can last for a season or more. Bring me many antlers and cuts of meat, and we will find a use for them. Time to hunt meese. Yes, if you're a woodworker and you're in Forochel, just give up crafting. Or use another character to get the wood that you need. I don't know whether there's a little bit of fallen wood in the sparse trees around here. Maybe, possibly, but there's almost none anywhere else. So, Gorodon still for the sheets to the wind. Another thin wind to so we still can't go east yet. West, even. Yes, right. So yeah, I've been trying not to, like, you know, compare numbers for streams or YouTube or Twitter or anything like that. And it's quite hard because you can think that the numbers are actually a performance metric, and they're not really. If it was just myself and one other person, if they had a good time and I enjoyed it, then job done kind of thing. Now then, because we're going for moose, they're quite well dispersed, unlike the Kalpa-Kita in this region. Speaking of Kalpa-Kita, once you get past about here, there are no Kalpa-Kita, pretty much. I don't know whether there are maybe a couple up here near Kurileri, but not many. Most of them are in the east part of Forochel. Moose! Moose! I see 2 moose. And none of them chocolates. Sniff, sniff. Right. Kind of hoping when I get around to doing legendary items that there's an option to reduce the shake free cooldown timer, because certain creatures and certain humanoids have really strong abilities to knock you out for a while. Hillmen are particularly good at it. And the reason I said that is because moose are as well. It's been a hectic week of work, so this is very relaxing. Cataloguing nothing but vampire romance novels and listening to bear roars. That's a very weird combination of things, isn't it? Vampire romance novels and listening to bears roar. Hurrah! Yay for Fridays. Oh, I let my half mug of coffee go cold. Oh, this is unusual. This doesn't usually happen. We've got 5 cuts of meat and 5 antlers. Usually at some point I end up roaming trying to find like 1 remaining antler. How badly you have to claw a moose to not come away with any antlers. Goodness knows. So... once you got here, if you are a tailor, you should hunt just a few great Horiorochs, because there's some awesome cloaks, or rather an awesome cloak in particular, that you can get from the reputation vendor. But you need great Horiorochs hides to to craft it, is what I thought. Told Scribe once, you name a thing, I cast out a romance novel about it. Just helping out a kin. Or not, because I'm making a mistake. Right, there we go. Making mistakes, because my brain's not working. Right, moose. We are still hunting moose. I should learn to turn off chat completely during streams, because I have no concentration span. Wow, 7 of each. You only need 3 more of each. Eight of each. This did not happen last time. I'd be grateful if it did, because otherwise you were roaming around just trying to find a deer and then hoping for dear life that actually... hoping for dear life. It actually drops the item you're looking for. Obviously this is not a moose. Not a moose. Not a moose. Definitely not a moose. This is a moose. Nine of each. It's almost a miracle if this comes off as only hunting 10 moose and getting 10 items of each. Ah, it didn't. Ah, so close. I still need 1 meat. That's unusual. It's usually the antlers. Spent quite a lot of time in Forochel, hence knowing what my usual situation is. So... right, we now have enough stuff from moose to carry on the merry way. So let's do that. Get your brain in gear, FJ, come on. Right. Apart from feeling a little bit spaced out, I feel fine. It's like I'm just struggling to settle today for whatever reason. But hey, we're technically making progress. It's just a good job Forochel's picturesque. For the most part anyway. It gets very, very wintry up around here, but then when this quest, the epic line comes up here, we get to go see Arvadui's ship. I always get his name wrong. It's either Arvadui or Ardavui, and I always get it wrong. And I've read about it quite a few times, so I really should get that name right. So we're coming back up to the camp now. Ah, excellent! These will do nicely, Civilinen. I'd like to point out this is the closest thing he's got to complimenting you at this point.
I must speak with you, Eteleviras.
Then speak with me. You have proven a valuable acquaintance, Civilinen. Perhaps you would help with one last task. Nearby in a wooded area we call Lejontakotin, many Kalpa-Kita dwell. They are vicious beasts and kill many animals and Lumivaki alike. I want you to go there and cull their numbers. Perhaps they will forestall any further aggression from them. You can find Lejontakotin to the east of here. Be sure you kill their leader, the one we call Pitka Hamas. And that is actually a signature level Kalpa-Kita as well. So tread with care. Thankfully, we're just going to go back to where we were before, picking snowdrops. Now we're not going for anything quite so romantic. Go! Kill things for me! Ah, darn it, I'm missing my CBD today. My head's starting to hurt. I don't normally get headaches. Whee! Oddly, we've not had that persistent cold debuff yet. Thought we would have had by now. I want an excuse to drink the wine. Not that you need an excuse to drink wine, but you know, it's nice to have one sometimes. So, I think in here we've got like a hollow, it's not really a cave, but it kind of functions similar. Oh. God, it vanished. Never mind, vanishing cats. Surprised Rebel's gonna get any work done after the tweet about, which I can't forget now, you can't unsee it, human intelligence negatively correlated with proximity to a cat. We've come across so many Kalpa-Kita in this stream. Right, I'm going to take out all the ones that are nearby, just so I don't aggro more than I realistically need to. Skin change, darn it, thank you. Voila. I just have to remember not to put kitties at the subject heading. I remember I couldn't tell you, not because I'm obliged not to, but because I don't remember. There was a training session I did with one of my former employers. I'm probably not supposed to, but I don't know who it was, it doesn't matter. And they were talking about being professional in emails. And they were talking about the one time they got an email from someone who wanted to do business with them, and there was some sort of like cat sanctuary or whatever. And they signed off their email kitty licks to the people who they wanted to be clients of, and it's a very professional kind of service industry. And they're like, yes, that's not the best way to go around making serious professional contacts and hoping to secure business deals. So there you go, advice for life. And we are out of the cat hole, so to speak. My life, my brain is just not working together. Excuse me. Yes, Rebel, unfortunately so. Like, yes, there's in character, then there's just not thinking through. Hey, what did I do wrong? Oh, I still need to defeat 2 more Kalpa-Kita. Oops. Read the quests. Back to school mentality, read the question, then answer the question. In that order. Read the quest, then do the quest. And before you try to hand it in, read the quest again! You know, just in case. Alright, look, now we've done it. Small things. I think Forochel probably gives us another 2-3 streams. I'm a bit undecided what to do about Eregion actually, because although it's beautiful, a lot of the quest mechanics are very similar, and we already have max rep with the elves of Rivendell. So I may just do the epic there before going into Moria, although finishing off the epic will take us a bit of time as well. Don't know why I just put cake in my mouth. I'm going to hand a quest to him. Been there, done that, Rebel. And sometimes it can be like, I'm sure I read it. I'm sure I read it. Nope, I didn't read it properly.
The cold is too great this season.
Well, like when you get one of the icons here that says, you should read this note so that you understand what the person wrote so that you can do the thing right. And you're wandering around going, I can't see what I'm looking for. In fact, I did that in Enedwaith yesterday. I was like, I'm trying to find these plants, but I'm not seeing the plants. Oh wait, they're plants that are held by mobs that I need to kill to get said plants. Read the quest. He is dead? Truly? Peter Hamas is dead? You may return to Aura and tell her that her master of the hunt has deemed you to be a skilled hunter. You should really give some sort of proof that he is, shouldn't you? Nico's bow. I always think it's a shame Beornings can't use crossbows, actually. 652, 11-2, 722. Just go for the best coin. There we go. You mean people know which area to quest next? I usually have no idea until I switch areas and see them not locked yet. And well, actually, in It's a bit different because in Eriador there's a lot of fluidity with what you can and what you could actually do. So technically Evendim doesn't sit where you'd think in the epic. You can go to Evendim from one part of another level, and I usually get the introduction to the North Downs before I finished Breland, and North Downs if you do things in order, which I'm starting not to. Comes after the Troll Shores. So yeah, certainly when it gets through Eriador, you do have a lot more freedom to just go and do what you want to do. I unlocked Evendim before I did Troll Shores, for example, because I knew it was going to look pretty, and I wanted to see the pretty, so I just did that in that way. So to be fair, I actually like Troll Shores, even though a lot of the quests can be a bit repetitive. I quite like the region is quite relaxing just to do random questing in. The autumnal feel is just lovely. Excuse me. Right. So I don't always do things in epic order, or I might do depends on how I feel. Not all of them are even doing the epic now. So one of my lore masters has skipped Lonelands completely and has just jumped straight to North Downs. Another one of my characters is not even following any kind of story, he's just off doing his own thing. Right, so we'll go back to Pintipeldot. There's also a carrying quest that I might pick up here, because it takes us past some Gorodime, which we need for a completely different reason. Right, so let's just deal with my rather full bags. It doesn't seem to matter how many bag slots I unlock.
The ice storms make trading between villages difficult.
It never feels enough. Certainly it doesn't matter so much on non-crafters. This is the challenge I'm having with my second account. I'm like, 45 bag slots? What is this farce? And here I am with 115. I mean, some of this stuff is because I haven't got to a vault yet. But even so, 16 free bag slots. Thank goodness for pending loot. Okay, so that's the fetch and carry quest, which we will do very shortly. And here's the lady we were trying to impress by impressing her 3 others. My people speak well of you, Civilian. You will find tolerance among the Lumiveki. We tolerate your presence now that you've worked your backside off for us. Yes, thank you very much. Here we go. I have been proven wrong about you, Civilian, and your deeds will be remembered here, and I will lend you aid. If you continue west along the main road, you will reach an encampment of the Kiviveki, which they call Zigilgund. Nearby is a fabled graveyard of the Norsu, which is a sight well worth the trip. You will wish to speak to Thorth, the leader of these Kiviveki. He seems to be of strong character. Best of luck at Zilv, and may your travels be safe. Kiviveki are dwarves. I haven't really time trying to buy more than 45 stocks, so I'm like, it's not really going to help. It really helps on crafters. So Azil's my second tailor. I would say she's self-sufficient, but I'm pretty sure I didn't craft. Me last crafted this. That's Matham Hunters, because I have a problem with Beornings and gearing for crafting because through crafting because of might. So certainly there's a certain level range where it's difficult to get might-based medium armor that is worth carrying. So that's why I've got quite a lot of Matham Hunters going on this one. My Metalsmith is even worse than this. Another thing I need to do on other characters is right, these boosts. Some of these boosts are not really going to help me much on this character, or level 40 food should probably be sent to a level 40 character. You know, simple things, but it's like doing admin. But then it would also free up the space. So, I don't know. Maybe post stream I'll do it. I did it last time. Because we'll fade into LOTRO stream at some point after 5 my time, and I'll probably do character admin then before getting some dinner. Right, here we go.
Come, I would have you speak with me.
There is a place at the edge of the ice bay. He doesn't even greet you. There's a place at the edge of the ice bay, sacred to the Vaisi Henki. It is a tradition to leaving the carved ice statue there as a plea for the blessings of the spirits upon the weather and the hunt. I have carved the statue and it is safely stored in the cold, but I'm not as young as I once was. Would you take it to its proper place? You'll have to be quick, or it will melt from the warmth of your body near your pack if you take it too long. Follow the water's edge to the west and north, passing through the old ruins known as the Lonesome Stones, and you will find a path leading down from the water's edge. Beware the beasts on the way and the deadly bite of the bay. So it is technically a carrying quest, but you can defend yourself at least. And there's actually no real rush. But there's quite a lot of ceremony that goes into stuff to do with the Lossoth. There's an interesting exercise that we do as part of the epic in Forochel that sort of basically says, you're learning from our culture. Now, have you been listening correctly? Let's test this, shall we? Are you sure the spirits are going to be interested in it from me and not from you? Maybe the spirits know that I was sent on their errand as their emissary. Right, I can mount for a bit actually. I don't have to run this. Before we go off to the Dwarven Stronghold of Zigilgund. I mean, having said that, you could be slightly cynical, and people were cynical of the Lossoth's spiritualism, but Ardavui, I don't know, was told that there was an ill wind coming from the spirits of the north, and he should not sail, and he did, and hence his shipwreck being off the coast. You can't see it from here. We have to be way down here to see it. So you have to admit that they should have listened to the locals who know what a normal cold is like versus an evil cold, an evil wind. Right, so we pass through this random structure here. And we need to find ancient stones of Forochel, the Lonesome Stones. There are more Gorodine where we're actually headed with this quest, which is down here. But I sometimes end up too high up here. Where is the thing? Yeah, it's down there. Right, now then, being mounted is of no value now, as we're getting towards characters that are closer to my level. Oh, there's ice worms as well. This is where we're likely to get cold of Forochel. There is a great place for hunting worms. It's also the next nearest place for the warding warmth that we came across last stream. Oh, ancient silver. I need that for my jeweler. Just grab that. And the little... someone's been here before me. There's usually some Gorodine around here. But we get to place the little statue on the pedestal. Et voila. Very pretty ice sculpture. Just trying to get it in the middle of my screen. Just because that's better. Southern Belle wrote lyrics like the shipwreck to the tune to the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald. The songwriters who are in LOTRO bands are so gifted. They have such imagination. They do really well. Anybody in chat who's coming across, who or has been hit by this storm tornado thing in Florida, is everything... I don't know how hard it's hit. Just hoping friends are, you know, okay. I meant to ask closer to the start of stream actually, because it was on my mind this morning, wondering about people getting through that. The reason I ended up asking that Taffy is because Southern Belle said that she was in sort of lockdown for the oncoming storms. Have I got the sheet? Is it first sheet? Oh no, this first sheet's from oh, it's the Sword Shivered I need the Gorodon from. I need bears for... Oh crumbs, is that a... Yes, it is. I won't go towards that then. If she can make it to Halloween concert, we'll probably play it. Yeah, that would be... Although, what server is that on, Taffy? I can never remember. I'm not just randomly ambling, I was looking for Gorodine on the off chance that one of them has the has a worthwhile sword to give to the champion from the Lost Fellowship. He didn't. Again, I'm not seeing any Landreval, that's right. I think I need to set up a character there to try and make some more music things, music events. Unfortunately, I then start to lose track of what characters I've got where. Pardon me. And everybody can't do anything. I'm just hoping some people are able to play over on Evernight. Although I haven't checked out the party tree since this update dropped. Not that... The party tree anyway is one of those strange locations that is the most ideal place to play during Fall Fest and Halloween, but it is also not really the best place to play because that's where most of the players are. Yeah, I'm always in two minds about whether party tree is a great place to play if there's an event on. Hollyberry usually records our content and posts them to YouTube, and I always forget that. I need someone to remind me, or I need to set a reminder for myself to check those out. because it would make some good listening while doing other things. Right, making our way back up here. I've got pet despawning. That seems to happen a lot on my Beorning, but not on any other character. I don't have this problem at all with my Guardian. Hurricane hit the Panhandle at Category 4. Wow. It has been a rough time for weather for certain parts of the USA. Anyone who's got through it has just done so well. Ooh. A Traveller's Steel-Bound Lockbox. I've not even come across one of those before. Is that one that you have to buy keys for, though? Ah, yes. Need a black steel key for it. That's fine. So, no, I can get rid of that box later. The leveling box I've yet to come across, but that's because I haven't really done anything to get me... I've got 300 of the new motes of enchantment. I think you get... My first place to exchange motes for boxes are in Bree, I think, and I keep forgetting to look to see what's there. At least 2 casualties. I'm always horrified by the destruction of some of the weather that people the other side of the pond get, but on the other hand, if there's any low casualties, I'm also surprised and very relieved. But it means people have been taking the right precautions and trying to stay safe as best as you actually can.
It is a brisk day, is it not?
Excellent work. It is not an easy journey, I know, but you've done Pintipeldot a great service. Last week I mentioned about food dispelling the actual cold, the persistent cold debuff of Forochel. So we got given the wine earlier. This baked flounder is another one. Removes up to 1 disease fear, etc., but also dispels Forochel's cold, and for 5 minutes improves your in-combat morale regen. Not that we have a massive problem with in-combat morale regen on a Beorning, and I have honey cakes, of course. Hi Sam Burke, one more DHS member in chat. Good to see you.
Greetings, Etileviras.
You have helped me once, Civilian, and perhaps you can help me with something else. We here in Pintipeldot are the main source of tusks from the great Kalpa-Kita that roam the area. Which are made into intricate carvings for which the area is well known, then sent south to Kalpa-Kita to be traded or sold. We are running low on our supply of tusks, and I would have you bring me more. Kalpa-Kita are found especially in the wooded dell. Yes, I've been there twice already. But we want reputation, because I want to leave here with kindred level on stream. Right, so more Kalpa-Kita, but at the same time as well, we want some Gorodine so we can go and do more one thing at once. Florida has ridiculously strict building codes for good reason. I am not surprised. I mean, it's like certain places where you've got to have special building design for the earthquakes you get, so that the buildings can move by what is actually, for me, a terrifying amount and still stand. It just takes structural planning to another level that we just don't have to deal with here in the UK, and it's only chance, whatever word you want to put on it, that I'm here. I try not to complain too much about our cold weather, even if it puts me in more pain, because I know other people deal with a lot worse. Not that it's a competition for who has the worst weather. That's not a game you want to be playing anyway. Right, so a few Kalpa-Kita, and I want to find the Gorodon who has a sword worth giving to the champion, as I've been trying for about the last hour to do that. So there's a Gorodon. I think there's some Kalpa-Kita around here somewhere as well. Oh, apparently all the champion delay stuff has now been fixed. And in fact, that should also apply to Warden. I haven't recorded Warden for a couple of weeks because of... not because of anything to do with LOTRO, but because of my cold persisting. But in the last video I was... or the one before that, it might have been the one in the Lowlands, I thought there was a delay, and I thought it was just my brain that was on delay. But in fact there was a marginal systemic delay on Warden skills very similar to that of champions, and all those things should be fixed. Right, let's pop in here and kill a bunch of Gorodon. Oh, that wasn't the skill I thought I was using. Everywhere has something wrong with it, but you have to be somewhere. Yeah, that's true. Jesse says Sam lives in Forochel. Yeah. Yes. Do you know what? I don't know why that actually why that didn't occur to me as soon as you came online there, Sam. My life. My other reason for coming here is just get the warding warmth, so at least I'm not at risk of getting that debuff while on stream, because I won't make it into the worm quest. Jessie says Sam lives in Forochel. She says it with more curse words. One is not obligated to love where one lives, or where anybody else lives. I would not choose to live somewhere. It's like the places that are in the far north that get like the really regular double-digit minus figures. Like, no chance. There's no way I'd want that. Right, invigorating warmth. Just wait for that for 10 seconds, and then we get the warding warmth. Yay. Right, well, none of the Gorodon gave me a sword worth using. Instead, they probably gave me some of their fingernails, didn't they? Gorodon claws, yeah, similar. On the bright side, there are no spiders in Archangel Russia. Spiders is another thing that we just don't. I hate spiders, and apparently NJ has got the similar hatred of spiders that I do, but we don't really have those life-endangering. Well, we don't have those life-endangering things at all, and apparently the nearest thing we've got to natively a spider that could cause massive issues actually just causes a very persistent infection rather than death that some of the ones in other countries can cause. Still after Gorodon. But hey, even if it doesn't drop the thing, we get to hit Gorodon upside the head with a huge wooden stick, so what's not to love about that? Or spit bees at them, and the same applies then. How have we managed to kill so many and not get the sword? Oh, have we now got it? Nope, we haven't. A sword shivered. Oh, is this the one I always get confused with? Yes, it is. Right, one Kalpa-Kita. We've got dwarves and mammoths. Ah, that's the one up north. Right, let's go find an actual decent population of Kalpa-Kita again. So, where's my cursor? There it is. I should put cursor finder back onto this character. Oops. I'm here in Florida with spike snakes and alligators. And alligators, those land-dwelling crocodiles, is it? Or is it the way around? Alligators in this country are those things which we only see in zoos, and we're glad we only see them in zoos. Recent article by a Swedish news organisation claimed people living where it cannot handle hot weather as people living south of us. That came as no surprise, but the opposite is also true. We could handle cold weather, but yeah, that's the problem when, you know, news people they catch on to a thing, and you're like, yeah, but from the opposite point of view, people in hot countries would just die coming to this cold. Maybe literally, but at least metaphorically. Oh, these are the guys you can knock over. Once I've got rid of the Kalpa-Kita, of course. But yeah. So... Oh, is it just this one map? Oh, don't tell me they fixed it. You used to be able to knock this guy over. Can you only knock him over on your horse? Or moose, or elk, or something? Oh no! You used to be able to knock these ice skaters over. Do you have to click them? Ah, there we go! Watch where you're going, Civilinen! Oh, you can't knock her over, no. No, just the guy. Over and over and over again. Go on, can we do it again? And... not gonna let us. Splat. Oh, that's far more amusing than it should be. I thought you just had to run into them, but no, you got to click them. That means we could have had a bit more fun down when we were at Kalpa-Kita. Oh yes, Kalpa-Kita. That's what we're doing next. You used to work with a lovely man from Senegal who put a park running over to 20. Yeah, another thing I remember. When I was much younger, used to go out to different countries and places with another group of young people, basically doing concerts. And we went to Trinidad and Tobago, beautiful islands, except when it rains, because when it rains there, it really rains. But for them, it was their winter time. We could be out in, swimwear, shorts, t-shirt. And they'd be running around, they'd be just like going, "It's freezing! How can you possibly think this is warm?" You're like, yes, but if you come to our country, you'll wonder how we survive in these ridiculously low temperatures of like 3 degrees sometimes. There's sometimes -3. No, why would I want to abandon? Silly. I'm not watching what I'm doing at all. I'm watching chat and like taking a hammering. Never mind. Rebel freezes at 20. And if it's in the teens, then I'm going to hibernate under a rug with 3 hot water bottles and a large flask of hot chocolate. If you want some repeatable reputation quests, you don't actually need them in Forochel. I don't know when they introduced reputation items in certain regions, but Forochel has some repeatable, which we're not going to do on stream because they're quite grindy, as repeatable quests often are. But up here around this corner, there are a couple of quest givers that you can pick up some repeatables from. This is also a great hunting ground for Kalpa-Kita's Slayer. Not that we've still got 40 to go for the Slayer, which we're not going to do on stream either unless it happens by accident. I just need 20 tusks for this quest. But these ones in this Pintileri, I had to look at the map because I couldn't remember. The Kalpa-Kita here respawn really quickly. Like, you can have got to the top and before you get halfway down the bottom they're back again. That's why I'm not even going to bother going to the top, because I can already see red dots reappearing on the minimap. There we go, 20. And we're still going to have to mostly fight our way out. I'll sneak round the side where I can. I really wish I'd stopped sounding like I got a cold. I sound like I got a cold because I have, but that doesn't make it any less annoying. Yeah. Sam, what did you get caught by auto mod? Any way of explaining without getting auto cut off again what happened there? Because I might have to look at filters otherwise. I feel like there's just more random mobs than store. Define a random mob. I'm not sure what you mean by random. The lands are more populated, I would say, than the Old Republic, where because you've got a lot more creatures and things between quest centres. Oh my life, I need to empty my bags again. I mentioned the thing you collect. Just clusters of mobs hanging out. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I would say that's probably true. 20 teeth, but use the... Huh. Tusk. Oh, really? The tusk is a filtered word? That can't... That's not me. I only have like 5 swear words I don't want to ever appear in my chat. So yes, that is auto mod. Playing silly beggars.
Do you bring provisions to trade?
There's no reason tusk should be filtered. My life. Weaponsmith stuff. No, when I'm on stream, it's just easier to sell stuff that this character immediately does not need. Oh yes, I forgot we triggered the Wormslayer deed quite a while ago now. Sensor filter caught me saying spooky. Yes, I've been caught for spooky as well, Rebel. I don't know why. I have no idea. There's some other. I don't think this applies in LOTRO, but in the Old Republic you can't use the word Saturday because it has the word turd in the middle. Which is one of the funniest filters I've come across. The automod got me for making a quip about performing an illegal action to end someone's life, despite the fact that games in general are mostly about murder and mayhem, aren't they? Yay! Right, so we've managed that. So now we will start to make our way up towards Zigilgund. Yarp. Noticed it on Saturday, never figured out why. I know filtering is an option you can opt into, but I keep it on purpose in both games pretty much because I don't like to see too much expletive stuff. Just a personal preference. I don't like to see it a lot. I don't like to watch things where I hear it a lot either. Occasionally, you know, it's appropriate and a good way of venting anger or whatever, but I think filtering Saturday just has the word turd in the middle doesn't it's not. So I've had in my other game to say the day after Friday or the day before Sunday, because you just can't, you're not allowed to say Saturday. Saturday is a swear word. Rah. Probably put in by somebody who hates Saturdays because they have to work. To anyone just joining, I'm not on Ezil's normal outfit because I picked up the Keepsakes pack from the LOTRO store. And so we're wearing, ignore the Matham Hunter's shoulders, but this coat, cloak, armour is from that pack and is very pretty, so I shall be dyeing that a couple of colours in wardrobe afterwards as well. It blocked you. If you're having issues with things to do with chat, it seems to be an ongoing thing they need to tweak. So do set up if you can set up a help ticket, or look for someone who is logged on with a plus symbol, I think, at the start. So Diplodocus was on earlier, and there's another one that periodically pops up on Evernight, and I can't remember what their character's name is. But something like furballs being filtered probably should be highlighted, because you know, it's something that cats do. It's a good way to refer to your Beorning as a furball. So I suspect it's because they've got balls filtered, but then again, there are far more prevalent uses of that than its misuse. So yeah, I think that the chat filtering, especially the frequency stuff, is pretty new. So I think if you can report it to somebody and just say, I think this is a false positive, then that might not be a bad way to do things. Oh, you can't knock over the sleds. Bummer. I'm just being mean now. I don't have it on, or else it would censor if I chat with other Swedes. Apparently our words are very dirty in English. Oh really? You don't want to ride with me when I'm driving among the floor idiots. Yes, I could say fur balls, but not fur. I could say fur ball singular, but not fur balls plural. Yeah, it might be worth. Yeah. Well, when you're swearing at floor idiots, it's situational. Oh dear, sometimes censoring just calls attention to it and makes it more noticeable. Yes, that's not a bad observation actually. That's what I call big red button syndrome. If you tell someone they can't do a thing, they suddenly realise it's something they could have been doing, and therefore they really don't want to not do it now. Ignorance may well be bliss. Right, so actually the area that's highlighted here is our tundra bear thing that we're trying to get to. The minstrel's missing page. I was killing the wrong Gorodon because they're just worth it for Gorodon's Slayer. It's tundra bears that we want. I'm not really all for killing bears as a bear, although the tundra bears here are particularly vicious. But in most cases, if it's down to a deed, there isn't a bear slayer deed, so I'm not going to go ahead and kill 300 bears. Not in this. There is a bear slayer deed, I think, in Misty Mountains, that Ezil will not be doing. Sometimes they do bleeps as a form of comedy. Yes. Then it's just up to your imagination what they may have said. We'll put a bleep in, and actually, they didn't swear. We just wanted to see what people came up with. Bleep comedy is actually pretty fond of. Robot Chicken bleep swears are funnier. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at. Oh, is Robot Chicken the one you've highlighted to me before, Rebel? I know you exposed me to all sorts of interesting comedy. Don't know why the bears wanted the minstrel's music, you know. Never mind. Right, next. At this rate we won't actually quite make it to Zigilgund, but it doesn't matter. Because once we make it to Zigilgund, nearly all the quests at Ziggy, as it's sometimes referred to, are Thorin's Hall reputation, which is no bad thing. Have we got Thorin's Hall rep already on this character? We might have. If we have, then I won't... Oh, yay! We found the minstrel's sheet. Already kindred, right, so I need to get the goat from Thorin's Hall then on this one. In which case, we may or may not do the Zigilgund Thorin's Hall quest. We do need to go back now, despite being in quite a pretty little area of mountains and trees, and go back to the Do we go out to the minstrel? 3 sheets to the wind. Ah, no, we are actually doing all the sheets in one go. Fab, okay. I'm glad I checked then. So the next sheet is that the one that's in the Paco cave? Yes. There's a few quests. There's at least 2, if not 3 quests in the Paco cave, but it means we will get to Zigilgund, because that's where I'm going now. They've taken episodes of Sesame Street and added bleeps. You know, the characters aren't swearing, but it makes it sound like they are. There's a scene in Wayne's World where they're laying on the hood of the car and discuss things, and one of them gets angry, and just then a plane flies overhead. You only hear the tail end of what he said, but the movie tries to make you think it was a lot of curse words. Hi Alphakin, good to see you, thanks for joining. I think everyone, including myself, is in a really random mood for today's chat, so it's brilliant, no problem at all. How the beep are y'all? Our beeps are doing well, thank you very much. And that is Zigilgund. And then we're still not... we'll go to Zigilgund via the Paco cave, which is actually more of a diversion than a via. Raise the beep, just kidding. Family friendly, folks, so please use beeps instead of words. Thankfully, I'm not a swearing person, although there are moments when I have been sorely tempted to, especially on high pain days. Oh, a bear. I need to kill... No, I don't need to kill bears. Not yet. And of course there's our 2 characters, so Phil had to censor everything he said. Yes. Stupid droids. They can't learn basic apart from those words that are used to swear in. Right, so we can end up coming into this Paco cave a few times. I'm going to get rid of this garden just because he's in the way. I don't remember using my bow, but I thought I heard someone... Beep boop beep. You could almost write your own droid script to some Star Wars movies, couldn't you? And it wouldn't be family friendly. You're just hoping that the subtitles that they put on for non-English basic speakers are doing their jobs properly. Apparently Kenny is very filthy mouth, which is the reason why you only get to hear mumbles. Oh, probably should concentrate against nope, we haven't got the second sheet yet. I'm going to put my fate boost on. Nope, still not. And this is just the first part of helping the minstrel out. You get to see her deep-seated anger when we get onto the second stage of her Lost Fellowship questline. Still not got the second sheet. And I am saying sheet over and over again. Yay! I found Bergthrith's second sheet. Good. Now we can get out of the Paco Cave for this time at least. Oh, must remember next stream to actually get a cold remedy. Right, where is the third sheet? Probably dropped the third sheet for Anthem when she was being pursued by Gorodon hunters. You will have to hunt down the Gorodine and retrieve that sheet before they use it as a handkerchief, or worse. I'm here to steal your handkerchief or toilet paper. No way. First mob, we got the third sheet. Yay. Right. I'm not going to go all the way back down there. Might do that at the start of next stream. Because it's a lot of riding to get to a camp that's in the middle of nowhere. Carrots or mushrooms that dispel one disease should exist in real life. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'd also quite like the power regenerating foods. You feel tired? Drink a power potion. Yes, please. Thank you. What did Groot say? He said, "Welcome to the..." Except he didn't say. That's brilliant. Is that a quote from somewhere? I bet it is, but it's brilliant.
What do you want?
What do you want? Food! When do you want it? Now! Right, okay, so somewhere up here is where the... Yes, here we go. Dwarves and mammoths.
I am at your service.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Brilliant. Welcome to Zigilgund. I am Thorth. So you have been through some of the Lossoth lands, I gather. If Aura sent you, she does not trust outsiders easily. When our expedition first passed through, there was some time that passed through there some time ago. It took some doing to get her to so much as let us pitch a tent within Pinty Peldot during a blizzard. Right, is... Hurrah, I think I actually have a gear upgrade from a quest drop. Vitality parry rating... Maximum morale, that's a more direct upgrade, isn't it? Fate, agility, vitality is not really... Well, I could, because I've only got vitality and fate on that one anyway. I ought to go for might. I tend to play around with fate. Not literally, I mess around with fate. No, let's go, because I've got enough heals. Let's actually make sure it's replacing the correct ring, which it doesn't always. There, okay. This makes me want to delete my archer dwarf picked female elven archer. Just start on another server, Alphakin, and start again. I just seen a company that makes mana potions and health potions and power potions, which are energy drinks, but it's caffeine, so it wouldn't help me. Yeah, I have 49 character slots. I've never needed to delete anything. 49 character slots. I understand. I like creating characters, but I just start on another server. I have 13 characters on this server, I think. Of course, the downside with other servers is you've got to start things like wardrobe all over again.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous
okay,
time.
We don't technically need the Thorin's Hall rep. There's only about half an hour or so this stream to go, so let's do some of these quests anyway. Greetings, Beorning. I am Thorth, the head of the expedition to Ice Reeve Mines, such as it is. We were expecting a convoy. I nearly read cowboy. Did I take my glasses off? I've not had them on all this stream, have I? We were expecting a convoy, not cowboy. But recently I received news that it was attacked. Bad enough that it was carrying foodstuffs Oh, that's better. And armourer's supplies. Those can be acquired locally with only little effort, but it was also carrying mining picks, and those cannot be so easily replaced. Forge new ones. Do you have any idea of the work that goes into a superior dwarf pick? What, like those ones using treasure hunting that last one... whatever that is. To make something that can hew the hardest stone to extract the most precious of metals therefrom? Bah! No, if we're to support ourselves by mining, we must have our picks back. They were scattered around Norstu-Hauta, the mammoth graveyard just south of here. Retrieve them, and you shall be rewarded. And there's very often a nearby roving threat as well, for that matter. 49's the game's... Yes, that came up in Wednesday's stream, actually. 49's the game's maximum. They probably thought that, why would anyone want 50 characters? I started an experiment at characters to delete and reroll as LP farmers. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you do things. So I've started playing characters together, not because I want to farm LOTRO points, although that will be a byproduct, but to get them to adventure together. And it is kind of satisfying that you can get... Okay, you have to have 2 accounts to do that, but it is quite satisfying that you can have the help of one of your other characters to help farm LOTRO points for another one, if you may. Excuse me. Might keep my archer dwarf. Yeah, whatever you enjoy doing. Had to make them on a 3rd server so you can money to unlock another character on the... Yeah, it does get a bit messy, Rebel, definitely. What do you call a wet bear? Very angry. No, I'm looking for the pun. I'm looking for the pun. No, I can't do it. A sponge? A drizzly bear! There we go. I knew I couldn't get it. I've tried to be in Twitch chat on every one of Professor's streams since his fundraising campaign. Still haven't won anything yet. And unfortunately, I'm not yet in a position to be able to do giveaways as such either.
Welcome! You have come at a most fortuitous time.
I lost my spear in the side of a mammoth! Can you believe it? That was clumsy. I was hunting nearby just south of here and saw a beauty of a beast. Not Beauty and the Beast, that's different as well. With a pair of amazing tusks. You've got amazing tusks. And I thought one of them would make a fine trophy for over my mantelpiece back home. It was a fine straight cast, but the stupid thing just ran off with my spear sticking out of its flank and left me behind feeling a fool. Will you look for it? I would be surprised if the beast made it very far. If you find its corpse, bring back one of its tusks too. And here's another member of our dysfunctional fellowship. Here's the burglar. Pardon me, my good Beorning, but can you help an Eglin far from his home out? I am having the worst luck. The bag that was holding my marbles is split open, and by the time I noticed it, all the marbles were gone. And then, even worse, I saw a beast out of the snows there gobble one up, and I do not think it was the only marble that was lost that way either. It's a bit disgusting, I would agree, but I need those marbles back. A burglar needs his whole bag of tricks. Bring me back my marbles. You will have to dig through more than one kind of creature's stomach, I would wager. Lovely. Stupid beast, let me come back and kill you. Yes, exactly. You're being so inconsiderate. Come here and die. Don't go over there and die. Right, I'm not picking up any more quests because we have 5 in our quest tracker as it is. So, we're looking for picks. I need to recolour this one again because I keep losing... Nope, I've got one that colour because I'm not looking at what I'm doing. There we go. So, we are still hunting Gorodon. We've killed so many and still not completed that quest. Oh, it's because I'm hunting in the wrong area. I need to hunt up there for the Gorodon. Let's ignore Gorodon for now. Dwarf picks are near Ice Reef mines. And it's not Gorodon, it's random creatures that have marbles in their stomach. Yes, okay. Oh, Zin, that's quite serious. Bless. I love you, group of people that come regularly to my streams. There's a few folks that stick together and do think they're all in the Eternally Lost and DHS band. They just work so brilliantly together with their sense of humour. Right, so I'm still trying to find his marbles. Buddy, I'm not cutting bears open to find your marbles. Yes, maybe I should actually stay in character and hunt other creatures that are not bears. That would be better. But then, thankfully, they're not in mammoths. But it could be in elks. I haven't got a problem killing elks, although they're the ones. He has lost his marbles, and in fact, Taffy, the quest is called Lost My Marbles. Collected 1 marble. Yay. Nothing from Gorodon yet, but I think Gorodon come next. Oh, actually, is one of them Gorodon hunters? No, I need to get down to Ice Reef. Where is the entrance to that? Oh no, let's do the... I'm so distractible today. I'm like got no focus whatsoever. Where is the mammoth? Is it one of these two? No. There it is. So it's a specific mammoth. Oh, come on. I will defend myself. I will probably be sorry for defending myself, but I will defend myself. Oh, look. Oh, come on, I got my interrupt in time. Darn it. Right, let's get to the... There's the mammoth tusk. So, now I need to get back to... Yeah, I thought I was just slightly too south. There's the thing I was actually looking for. Consider myself extremely lucky to find a kinshman through all friends and only had 1. Yeah, in 4 years to only have 1 bad member experience is pretty impressive. And definitely something to be grateful of. I think it takes a lot of emotional energy to manage a kin, or a lot of concentration. So, hats off to you. I need to, for next time I log this one, put in Mouse Finder. Can I load it now? Yes, there we go. Good. And I'm going to load it for Sylv as well. There we go. Just helps, especially in combat, to find my cursor. So, I still only have 3 marbles, but I don't want to hunt bears for them. That may, of course, stop us from completing the quest right now. But hey, okay, so around... I will have to put floaty names on because the pics are small. It's snowing, not just snow on the floor. And everything glows white. They see there's a dwarf pick, but I might also possibly get a marble out of this steppe elk hind. I was almost the founder of the kin. Only a few seconds. There's something for your CV. I was almost the founder. Darn it, Dour Hands. New deed, Dour Handslayer. You've wanted a Dour Handslayer since you were in Ered Luin, folks, and finally you get your chance to be paid for killing 300 Dour Hands. Now, and on these dwarf pick quests, I'm usually fine for the first bunch of them, and then I'm like, where is the last one I'm missing? Excuse me. I will get a cold remedy as soon as I think a down hand appears here. Oh look, there's a down hand. I bet I'm not allowed to pick up the dwarf pick with my teeth either, am I? Requires human form. Does it, heck? Use even higher numbers you had to kill. Very nice that it was low. So I've heard other people say that the Slayer deeds used to be more. I just wouldn't get them done. I like deeding, and I like the fact that I can improve my virtues that way. But I have to be in the mood, because like even doing the Worm Slayer in this one, which is in this greeny area here just north of Zigilgund, ends up hurting my hands, because you're basically killing as many things as possible in as short a time as possible as well. So if they were higher than that, I just wouldn't end up doing them. I don't think. I made the mistake of speaking up once at the first kinship event. That made you the event organizer. Was a very not me thing to do, but I don't regret it. No, great. Well done. Sometimes doing things that, in all honesty, streaming, talking to people I have never met for the most part face to face, is putting my face out there as someone who is a massive introvert. This is a not me thing to do. I'm trying to find a dwarf pick. And yet I still enjoy doing it, and I'm glad I do it. Is the end of the thought. Scattered in the graveyard. Oh, there's still some more circled. Oh, it's not. I thought there was a roving... I think sometimes there is a roving threat version of that mammoth. That one's just a nice 10,000 health version. Now then, I still need dwarf picks. How one person carries... There's you think, how do we carry these things around? There's actually one in Lothlorien where you're effectively just picking up a boulder. It says, if you could find 10 stones for me, that would be lovely. And stones are like this big, and you just casually bend down and pick up... I don't know what number it is, but certainly more than is realistic for carrying. Do you know what? I've still only found 3. I'm gonna have to kill bears, you know, because I'm not finding marbles in any non-bears at the moment. Dwarf picks. Where did I put my brain? If somebody knows where I put my brain bend down, please could they inform the nearest member of staff so they could return it to me? Thank you. Dwarf picks. Let's try for that rather than going, oh look, ancient silver. Oh, I need to kill animals for marbles. One thing at once, FJ. Come on. Right. Where the heck are these dwarf picks? Other than nearby because the map told me to. Oh, apparently in this direction. Really? This far off the beaten track? No. Your brain probably went to a warmer climate. It certainly went to a warmer climate than I'm currently in, let's say that. I don't know why I can't see these dwarf picks. Oh, being attacked by a bear. Well, that might solve one of the marbles. Oh look, I got a marble. I feel like I'm being really blind. How many dwarf picks do I need? I need another 4. It really should be obvious. Ah, there's another one in Ice Reeve. Not in Ice Reeve, but just outside Ice Reeve. But The rest are outside. Oh, I'm so fed up of having a cold. Okay, let's stop annoying myself. Let's go pick up the other one that's in Ice Reef just because I didn't go further into... you don't need to go in Ice Reef. I don't think any of them are inside. I think they're all out. But there's some that are round up here. Round up here. Oh dear, FJ. Don't think it'd be long after stream before I decide I should go and eat some food now. I used to joke that my brain went off for warmer weather and liked it too much ever to come back. Yes, I think that. To be fair, me with Fibro I'm not designed for this climate that we live in. It's the right place for us to live for various reasons. But anytime we've had an experience of a warmer climate, my pain has been substantially lower. And by warmer, I mean not humid heat, because humidity is also bad for me. I joke that I used to be crazy, but the commute was so bad I just moved in. Insanity, and it's easier if you just let it come in and live. Right, so I've picked up those two. But I'm still missing two. When I get back over the little bridge thingy, I'm gonna check my map and see if they've gone to rings or whether it's still an area. Because sometimes you get them to go to rings. Scattered. No, of course not. I have to wait until I've got 9 out of the 10. Have I checked around the other side of these mammoths? There's one. Oh look, and there's a Dower Hand Looter as well. They sort of miraculously appear when you're on this particular quest. Now, please just... I don't know why my map keeps doing that at the moment. Well, it's not the map doing it, it's me doing it. But scattered it to the graveyard. Hurrah! We have a ring to follow too. Great. That's better. Am I close to that ring yet? Not really. Yay! 10 dwarf picks. That took a bit too long, didn't it, folks? Dower Hand Loser! Well, now there would be an honest title, wouldn't it? I mean, effectively, the quest we had in Angmar, where you, like, dispatch the Dower Hand's emissary, says... Since the downfall of their leader, second downfall of their leader, of course, they're still trying to get allied with them. And it's like, yeah, they feel like they got so close to a thing, but now we can't have the thing we wanted. Hey, let's just put everything in and go with these really nice people from Angmar. They made such a great sales pitch, so we should hear them out more. Right, so we can hand some stuff in, although we haven't done the marbles quest. We've probably got time to do that. Well, yeah, definitely have. I might have to resort to screaming, apparently. Killing bears. In fact, let's just do that for once. I don't normally, but I can't remember how the quest lines work with the Dower Hand stuff. I mean, we still only have 5 marbles. Oh, come on. That one's not even got horns. Must just have a very, very hard head. Seven marbles. Still 7 marbles. Can the hinds drop them? Yeah. Hey, at least I can make use of the hides. Right. 8 marbles. Any other non-bears in this little bit? Up here is a heart. Oh, drats. Forgot I'd lost all of my... wrath. 9 marbles. Hey, I saw another there. All this guy's gonna do is throw the marbles on the ground anyway. Yes, but they'll be his marbles. Still 9 marbles. Everything looks like bears now. Ah, there's one. Oh, I've got a bear. I didn't actually mean to get that bear, but I will. Hey, look, I hit interrupt. I hit interrupt before you started spewing anger. 10 marbles. Right, yay. Back to Ziggle. Only just noticed we're not totally on green quests now, which we were pretty much up until this point. Ugh. Am I being chased by a Gorodon? Yeah. Hooray. Right. Anything worth keeping in this? Unlikely because of the amount of crafted and Matham Hunter stuff that I have. Dower Hand Crest and Third Sage Relics are your rep items for Thorin's Hall, which is why Icedreave Mines is a pretty good place to go if you want to improve that, which I do on Alts, but I've already finished it on this one, probably by another character going and farming the stuff at Icedreave. Okay. Ah, thank goodness, I missed those things. Want to watch me juggle them? No. Oh well. Unfortunately, the missing marbles have not been the worst of my troubles. Well, they cannot really go back to the Longbeards and say, hey, we just betrayed you, but we were crazy, so hey, forgive us maybe. No, it's a valid point, Sam.
Stay a moment.
I do not believe this, and it's a bit embarrassing, honestly, but someone has gone and stolen my belt pouch. A burglar! Burgled! I shall not soon live this down. If I had to guess, I would put the money I do not have any more on the thief being a Gorodon. There are not many beasts around here with thumbs to unhook a pouch. I wonder if they train up to burgle too. But look here, I need my pouch. Will you help me again? You can find the Gorodon thieves out in the waste to the southeast of Zigilgund. So we have to try and find his pouch from a Gorodon thief. I also need to get rid of the amount of
Greetings, traveler.
stuff
How may I be
in
of
my
assistance?
bags. Or at least my pending loot. No, I need to sort my bags out after. stream. I'll just have to do character admin, won't I? I'll top up my coffee after stream. What's left in here? Cool. Don't give Taffy song ideas. Or do.
And your families.
My spear! I swear no other flies as true. I would have been terribly upset never to see it again. Let's take a look at that tusk now. Ah, it's a beauty, isn't it? Now look at the... No, wait a minute. Look at this. There are markings on this tusk. I cannot make head nor tail of them, though. Never mind, this will still make a fine trophy.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
Oh, we completed a deed. Forochel Pioneer. Completed quest in Forochel 30. That's not bad over 2 streams. So... Oh, and that is actually the complete X number of quests deed done. And we haven't made it anywhere near. I mean, once we finish up in Zigilgund, we do get taken to Forochel. So next stream we will hit Forochel no problem. I may possibly, depending on how I feel, finish up the Thorin's Hall stuff here, but I might not. I must admit I have no idea what these odd markings mean, but there is a young Lossoth, an apprentice seer of some sort, apparently Nakia is what he called them, who might know something. Mika has been on some sort of quest down in that mammoth graveyard, Norsuhauta, just south of here. Would you go there and ask him about the markings? And I still haven't... Don't toss me now! Wait. Now toss me. Yes.
Well met, friend.
Dour hands? Surely not. Azil, this is serious. Dour hands in this remote area? They will have to be rooted out, every dwarf jack of them. At least you found the picks. That's a job well done, and doubly valuable if you prevented them from falling into the hands of stinking, thin-bearded dour hands. Oh, it's nice when brothers get along, isn't it?
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Attacks from those thin beards is no small matter, Azil. If they are organised, they must have supplies and a plan and a leader to be this far north. I found some old maps of the Ice Reef mines, and one of them showed a room inside. If I were the wagering sort, I would lay money on those dour hands planning to take over the mines, and their leader, pardon me, would be claiming that particular area as his own. You will need to find a key. Perhaps one of the other dour hands might have one. Now, I'll leave going to Ice Reef for next stream. I should realistically work on my Guardian and my change of main character. Okay, let's go. We'll do the Apprentice Seer quest we just picked up there. The markings on the tusk, which is... Mika might know. That sounds like some sort of really bad children's program, doesn't it? Mika might know. Ask Mika anything, he might know the answer. Of course, he might not, so you might just be disappointed. Is he sure he takes organisation leadership this far north? I mean, your character is that far north of presumably little organisation. Very little organisation. Now then, Mika, where are you? There you are. Here is Mika.
I am pleased.
What do you bring me? Let me see. Where did you come by this tusk?
I am pleased that you will hear me.
This is not good. This tusk was marked by the hand of one of the Susiveki, but the words of power used are Angmarim. This tallies with what I know of a Susiveki seer who has been seen nearby recently. A man of Angmar must be trying to teach the Susiveki how to ensorcel our Norsu. I have heard tales of the evil fetters Angmarim place upon their beast, twisting them into fell creatures through time and despair. This must not be permitted in Lanzimar. Find and stop this seer.
You have come at a portentous time.
We've got another one of those. Is there a shard dropper in the nearby? Right, key to there. No. It's back up north where we're going. How does the that must be the thingy dropper, shard dropper. I don't really want to get the bears involved in this. Let's see if I'm right. I accidentally came across a shard dropper last time, and we did in fact get a shard. Because I thought, oh, is that what it is? And it was. So I need to just get my heals going, and then we'll finish him off in bear form. And the weather clears up, and we'd indeed got a beryl shard. There we go. I'm glad another player pointed out to me that when you end up in those kind of blizzards, it means there's a shard dropping character nearby. Hi Quake, good to see you. Right, as I say, that was a slight distraction from... We're trying to find a Susie Vaki who is trying to ensorcel a mammoth, and there is the said blessed Susie Vaki. Where's the fierce wolf? There we go. And there we go. So now we'll go talk to Mika, and then we'll get back to Zigil. Before tying things up. And there. Mika is just up here. I didn't have my screen up. Thanks for following. Afraid we are nearly close to tying things up here now, as I've been going 2.5 hours. I know that's not a long stream in the grand scheme of things, but I'm not an endurance streamer. Haha. Now I'm trying to remember the music from Quake. Yes, I actually really enjoyed Quake. And I'm not a shooty kind of person. Your task was well performed, Azil. However, it would seem that we have significant Angmarim threat to suppress.
I would have you speak with me.
Cool, let's stop here. That's a perfectly logical point then. Thank you. That'll be me tying up. We will be raiding LOTRO stream, folks. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for chatting. Sorry about my cold still pretty much getting in the way, but hey, I've managed to do 2 streams this week, so I'm clearly on the mend at last. But yeah, look after yourselves. I am back streaming the Old Republic from 2:30 tomorrow UK time. Otherwise, I'm back on LOTRO Stream official channel on Wednesday at 2 PM. Either way, have a great weekend, and we will be raiding LOTRO Stream as of now. So take care, folks. Look after yourselves.